Good afternoon. Today is the 30th of January and just in the Thatcham area of Berkshire at the moment, having been with my client to pick up their new car, the Kia Rio that you would have seen on the channel. It's not the best day really to experience a new car, but we are on some nice country lanes, which we've just been for a little brief test drive, because before we picked the car up it wasn't possible to test drive it because it didn't have an MOT. So it has now got an MOT, handover was a bit longer than we thought, but it's okay. Just talk today about some things that are coming up on the channel for February. Obviously this is still a very vague vlog. It might go rambling, it might go incoherent. Hopefully the sound quality is okay. That's the main thing. Clearly over the last month a lot of things have changed. Went to national lockdown soon after the beginning of January, and that has affected a number of things, putting it mildly, including in the car world. And this is why you haven't seen any reviews on the channel. The only walk around you've seen is of the Kia, because I happened to be actually working when we filmed the car, so we're able to do that with no problem. Something that I'm very much aware of is the fact that a lot of you are just not able to get out either, and so I'm very thankful to everybody who's been watching the channel, liking the videos and commenting. Sometimes I'm not able to answer the comments as quickly as I thought, and that's probably just due to the fact that I do still have a couple of jobs to do during the lockdown. I'm very blessed that I'm able to do them, really. It's fantastic. It's possible that we might, if I have to take on some additional work that's unrelated to cars, that we might actually have another car appearing on the fleet for that. It's being discussed at the moment. It just depends how much of that work actually happens, and at the moment I'm not really sure if and when that's going to happen. But if that does occur, then you'll be the first to know. Mr. Coleman, a rubbish mechanic, and I have been discussing that already, and yes, it's really just to take the load off the Rover, which is still awaiting to have its uprated thermostat housing fitted. The upgraded thermostat housing that a KV6 engine can receive generally solves a lot of the problems that there are in terms of the thermostat housing leaking or just blowing up entirely, is the case of our original one. And that is a part that comes from a supplier in the southeast who I've used before, but the part is made abroad and it is going to take a few months to arrive. So the car's okay as it is. We just have to keep topping the coolant up and keeping an eye on it. But the peace of mind and sort of long-term health of the thing, I think we are going to have to actually just wait and use the car a bit more sparingly. And that's one of the reasons actually that we don't particularly want to use it for running around and additional work in that way. But what you'll see on the channel, I imagine, in February is kind of more of the interviews that we've been doing. One of Mr. Frank's, the slightly shambolic sound recordings that I'm doing with Mr. Quirt from Planet Auto at the moment, which we very much enjoy doing them, and during the first lockdown they weren't very popular, but they've been a bit more popular for this second one, so we're going to continue doing them. If you have any suggestions for topics that we should be covering, generally they are manufacturer sort of focused at the moment. So we talked about Ford and Volkswagen last year. This time we talked about British Leyland right the way through to MG Rover, all those successor companies that existed, Austin Rover and everything like that. Well, I don't know why my lane keeping assist went off like that. That's why people turn lane keeping assist off all of the time, I think. So, yes, we've covered Volkswagen, Ford, British Leyland and its successor company, Serenity Rover. We've just done an episode on Alfa Romeo, which should be coming out later this week. Interviewed Mr. Frank. So we're going to see if a couple of other people who have channels on YouTube are up for having a little chat as well. It'd just be interesting for you. And continuing on the theme of general topics such as top 10 best-selling cars for any given month, and also with things like smart motorways and congestion charge zones, nocturnal emission zones, things like that. I'd like to be optimistic and say that this lockdown will finish in the middle of February. Somehow I'm just going to be cautious and say that possibly might not happen, and so when we get the go ahead to have some restrictions and go out and film reviews again, you'll be the first to know, because that's definitely what we're going to be doing as sort of quickly as possible. I've got so many cars I've been offered, both in the area where I live and also further afield, and we'll just get on with those as quickly as we can. Just at the moment it's not really possible to do it, so we won't, unless of course I own the car myself and we can film a review whilst I'm doing something essential, like going to the supermarket or visiting my mother or something like that. So yes, thank you for bearing with the channel in this time, or any channel on YouTube really. We have noticed, those of us who have automotive channels in particular, that the number of views and particularly the sort of revenue and things on channels are dropping, and that is something that we were prepared for really in a lockdown. It always tends to be the case. Why it happens like that, I don't know, but that's just the way that it is. And so those of you who are continuing to watch what might not be particularly exciting content, in comparison with what we normally are able to do, that's obviously very much appreciated. And when things do alter and have more of a plan of what we'll be able to do, then clearly we'll let you know. But thank you ever so much as well for the people who've been enjoying the live streams, the quizzes we've been doing. I know then maybe not to everyone's taste, but actually that is some of the most popular content on the channel at the moment, and I'll be doing obviously another one tonight, which you would have seen by the time this video goes out, and also we'll be doing another one on the 6th of February. We're going to stop doing the quizzes for now because we've probably done enough and just go on to the conventional live stream. But yes, oh dear, leg keeping assist, honestly. Thank you ever so much indeed for bearing with the channel through these interesting times, and continue to engage with what we're doing. It's very much appreciated, and I do hope I'll get more opportunities to go and film more exciting stuff, more actual car sourcing jobs, which does allow me to go and do exciting things like I've been doing today. But for now, it just remains for me to say thank you ever so much indeed for watching this very vague vlog and February channel update. If you're not already subscribed, please feel free to do so. Click the bell to turn on notifications to be informed of new videos. Like this video, and if you wish to get in touch via social media, I've got social media links in the description below. Just avoided an enormous couple of potholes there. Dear me, that was very bad. Just so you know what I was doing. And really thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching.